Right, so this is the 3FUL QiDian Pro rucksack. Now this was sent to me by James from Camperlists to try out. So thank you very much, James. It's very similar to my Naturehike Rock series that I did a review on before. The material is different though. This is fully waterproof, and it also has UHMWPE material, which is 10 times stronger than steel. So it's not only waterproof, but it's stronger. The whole bag is made of 210D nylon, ripstop nylon, so it's very strong. It's very comfortable. I've only for about a mile and a half walking today, but I'm fully loaded. I had about 14 kilos, 13 kilos on here because I had 2.5 litres of water. I did attach a bottle holder. It doesn't come with this bottle holder. I've got this separately, so I've attached that to it. So it was fully loaded to its sort of maximum weight. On its own, this bag weighs 880 grams. It is frameless, and that's why. So for an ultralight bag, it's relatively cheap. It's around £70 or so, there or thereabouts. I'll put a link in the descriptions where you can get it from. But I'll tell you a bit about it and some of the features that are on it. So effectively, this is a 46 litre bag plus 10, as they call it. And the 10 litres is the outside pockets. So on the hip belts, this has two massive pockets. They're much bigger than the Naturehike. You can get absolutely tons of gear in here. I've got it loaded up with junk, but it still feels comfortable. They're YKK zippers all around, and obviously you've got a pocket on each side. The straps I do like, so these pull inwards, so you can get them really tight. I find that when the ones that you pull outwards, they just struggle. I struggle to get the pressure on them to pull them out, whereas these, pulling them in is a lot easier, so you can get them really snug on your back. The pouch on the rear, I'll take this off and show you in a second, but it's similar to the Naturehike one. It doesn't expand, as in it's not a stretchy mesh, but it has a cinch on the top of it, so you can put stuff in, cram it all in, and then tighten it down. What I did find with the Naturehike was, although it stretches and you can cram loads in there, I had my water bladder in there, for example, and when I put a rucksack on, what I tend to do is I will tilt forwards, put it on my back, get the waist straps tight, and then stand up and then tighten up the shoulder straps. So that way it sits centrally on my back, and it doesn't drop down when I'm trying to do up the waist straps. And one of the times I bent forward and the water bladder just fell out the top. So I had to take my bag off, put it all back in again. So it's a bit of a pain. So although this doesn't stretch, it does cinch up tight, so it holds everything inside it. I'll take it off now. I'll just go around the little details on it. So as I said, this is frameless. So this is designed to put a folding sleep mat, like the Thermarest or whatever folding closed cell foam mat you've got in. I haven't got one, but I do have my sit pad, which I use all the time and always take with me. So this just fits nicely in there, gives me some protection against the stuff inside. Depending upon how you pack it, it may or may not be sticking in your back anyway, but it gives me somewhere to put that, and I can leave it to the last minute to put in as well. So the shoulder straps, nice and thick and padded. You've got the load lift adjusters here, so you can pull the back in right into your shoulders. There is a carry handle here. You've got straps everywhere on this thing for tightening up. Now, the top, it's a roll top. You can fold it down, clip it together, or you can clip it to these straps here. Now, I do that generally, but these are also for going around the body so that you can tighten everything in or strap more stuff to the outside on the back. There's no adjusters on the hip pockets, so you can't tighten these in or out, which is what I've got on my Naturehike. I don't really use them. In fact, they came off and I didn't even realise. So it does depend on the size of your body. For reference, anyone who doesn't know me, I'm 6'4", so I'm tall in comparison to most people. So it does depend on what's going to suit you for your size as well. On the sides here, you've got massive pockets. These are cinched down, they're not stretch, but again, they cinch down tight, and there's loads of space. You can get a 2 litre bottle in there quite easily. I've got my poles, pegs, fuel, and on the other side, I put my tripod. So there's plenty of space in the pockets, and again, you've got 2 side straps to tighten the stuff down against it, and also to cinch the body in together. Come round to the front, So this is the mesh back. So this is not, let's say, it's not stretchy, but it does have a cinch buckle on top, so you can just tighten everything in there and it doesn't fall out, which I think is a really good idea. It works very, very well. You also get, this just sort of sits inside. They give you a bungee cord. So I've lashed that across the back here, and I just stick my jacket in there if I want to, or there's a strap across the top here to hold the top down, and you can just lay it across the top if you want, or anything else that's outside of the pack. So this is a 46 litre bag, and in comparison to my rock, which is a 60, there's not much difference in the size, to be honest with you. This extends right up here, so you know, I could fill it a lot more, but you know, it's horses for courses. Depends on what you want to take, how much gear you got. I tend to have a lot of junk, but there you go, that's me. Inside the pack, you can't see this that well because I've got it packed to show you. There's a zip mesh pocket, so you have got place to store valuables or bits and pieces you want to keep secure inside the bag. Again, the Naturehike doesn't have that. It literally has nothing inside whatsoever. Below this as well is a little hook and loop latch system where you can hang a bladder inside it. So you can put the bladder inside. There is a water hole, there's a hose hole here, so you can run your hose through if you want to, and have the bladder inside. So yeah, it's not got much inside. It's like just an empty bag other than that, but the features are a little bit better than the Naturehike. And I say the only thing that put me off of getting this beforehand was the lack of a frame, but it's fine without it. And 880 grams for a bag like this is pretty good. It's a decent size when you compare it to a lot of ultralight backpacks. You're looking at spending hundreds of pounds for something that is of a similar weight and size. So basically, I can just roll this up, clip it together. I've got another jacket and I'll just put that across the top and then clip it down with these latches. Keeps it all nice and secure. One thing I have noticed is the shoulder straps, they're fine, they're comfortable. They go in and attach inside the pocket here somewhere, which is a bit odd to me. I don't know why it would do that, because it leaves a hole here. So if you've got anything small and loose, like my spork is sitting in here, that could actually fall out that hole. So you just got to be careful with what you put in there. But other than that, the pockets are very good size, and you can fit plenty in there. Okay, so there I am, fully loaded, everything on board, and it's pretty comfy. I'm going to give this a long-term review, so I'm going to have this and use it for my next few camps, get a bit more used to it. What I see so far, I really like. I think I prefer this over the Naturehike, to be honest. So it feels very comfortable. I'm fully loaded at the moment. I've got my tripod in here, everything completely full. So yeah, it's a good pack. So if you want to look at a lightweight backpack, if you're just starting out, or maybe you want to just reduce your weight, this is 880 grams. It's around, I think it's 70, 75 pounds, which is extremely competitive when you look at the marketplace of what ultralight packs look like. I will put a link in the description below for campalists, so if you do want to order it from them. It does come from China, but they do quicker shipping than AliExpress, and I looked on the price comparison between them, and I think they work out a bit cheaper once they put the tax and everything else on from AliExpress. So have a look, click the link below if you want to buy one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.